for this job, the client wants the lead painting gold, which you do see occasionally. It's not that common, but you do see it. So I cemented them, and I did put pigment in my cement. I considered not putting pigment in my cement so that the lead wouldn't take on the pigment. But then I was worried that the lead at the side would look, the cement at the side would look a bit bright because it would be putty coloured, not dark. And also I thought, well, if it does take on the dark pigment, it will show me where I need to clean it more. So I scrubbed them clean, white spirited them clean, scrubbed them clean again, white spirited them again, and now I'm going to make a start on the painting. I've got this brush with me just for the places that I missed. There's a little bit of flux occasionally. So I'm just going to give them the once over to check, and then I'm going to make a start. I have decided to use some of these type of brushes, which are actually makeup brushes, and I do find makeup brushes a very reasonable way, cheap way of buying brushes. They're quite nice and they're very soft, and they come in a variety of ends. So I've got a few here to choose from. I'm not sure what's going to work best. I thought I'd try this one because it seems about the right width. Now I did some experiments with the paint, and this is the one I'm going for. Metallic gold paint, high luster, high build, high performance. It's sort of for outdoor railings. I can't see a make unless it's called 151 Coatings. Not a very interesting name. It doesn't need priming because I tried it with a primer, and actually it was worse with a primer. So I'm just going to go ahead and, oh, I keep knocking that. I'm going to go ahead and make a start. And it's going to take at least 2 coats, possibly more, and the drying time is a proper 24 hours. It's not one of these ones where you can recoat it after 6 hours or a couple of hours. But I did find it very hard wearing. It's a nice sort of dull gold. I mean, it's not sort of bright, glary in your face gold. So I'm going to do at least 2 coats and then flip it over and do the other side. I made sure that the edges of the lead are all bent in the correct way, because after I've applied this paint I don't want to have to manipulate the lead. It might make the paint flake. I don't know. Paint for metal is probably not flexible. So this is going to take a while. I won't make you watch 2 hours of paint drying. I will speed it up, and then we will fast forward to the end like magic. I love this brush for it. It really works well. It's just the right width. It's so soft it's not leaving bristle marks, which is a worry when you've got such a thin paint. Thin paints do give a nice finish. They're harder to handle than thick paints. It separates quite easily, this paint, so I'm going to keep stirring it. Day 2 and the second coat of paint on this side. I just wanted to show you the difference between 1 coat and 2 coats. So on the right, the larger panel, 2 coats, and on the left, 1 coat. So it's a slightly deeper gold on the right, but actually when you're painting the second coat, it is really difficult to work out what you've done, what you haven't done. Nothing new there, we all know that.
So how long did it take you to do all the glass work to make the window panels?
It was quite a long job because these getting all this to fit is actually quite fiddly.
So now my window with the seal don't have room.
And also the painting extended the job by 4 days because you've got to do 2 coats on each side and you've got to leave 24 hours between the coats. And once I'd done one side, I didn't want to turn it over too soon because you've got to really wait for the paint to go proper hard.
Sure,
otherwise it's going to
it's going to stick, isn't it?
So I then had to leave 2 days before I flipped it over to do the 2 coats on the other side. Now I'm just going to double check from the outside. Yeah, happy with that.
So if you have a bit of a splodge there, do you clean that off later? Do you cut it?
Do you know what I do? And this isn't practical if your job is a long way away, is I come back later.
Right.
Because it makes such a mess trying to clean silicone mold while it's still soft. It smears and you can't get it off glass.
No.
It's horrible. So I come back with a little blade later. I creep up to their door with a little knife.
In the middle of the night.
Yeah. And just clean it up at the end. A couple of hours later. So let's just go outside because it's it looks really nice from the outside. I've not done one that was gold before, but it goes so well with the door furniture. I actually think it looks really smart.
It does.
So check out my other videos and please like, comment and subscribe.